Hey there, folks, and welcome back. And the reason you're seeing me sort of already in progress here is because I had grabbed the bottle of Captain's Choice product that I was going to show you. I meant to grab Nor'easter, which has a really crisp, nice scent. It reminds me of the clone Drakkar. Smells good. It's clean, crisp, be the way I would describe it. It's coming out soon, if not already. And the soap, the cream, and so forth is coming out also soon. This was sent by Captain's Choice. I got it yesterday. Anyway, so I came in here and I grabbed the Venture bottle. I was talking about it, which is also a good scent. It smells like Creed Aventus, sort of. And I noticed it was halfway empty, and I was like, what? I grabbed the wrong bottle. So we're sort of starting from square one here. I'm in my first, lather. I'll show you the soap in a minute and the razor. I'm sorry. Everybody else would just start from square one, clear their face, start the whole video over. But I'm not doing that. It is what it is. This is the way I do things. Unprofessional as it may be. But again, real situation, real things happen. So, I showed the wrong bottle. Anyway, Nor'easter is what I want to show you. I don't have the soap or the cream or anything like that yet, but just letting you know this is coming out. Really good scent if you like a Drakkar, crisp, clean. Using the Pascal razor, which I liked. I've used it several times. I have one video on this. You can go and see that initial video if you want to get my initial thoughts. But anyway, on Captain's Choice, go and check those products out. Good fellows got it, Captain's Choice. No, he is what he is. Like, what you see is what you get. No showmanship. It's just straight up, here's my products, and so forth. So check them out. Now it's Christmas time. So I'm sure for the artisans and people who make products, it's a good time, to buy from them so they can, afford to do things for their family at Christmas and so forth, or whatever your holiday is, Hanukkah or what have you, Kwanzaa, whatever the case may be. Anyway, we're going to finish off today with Nor'easter by Captain's Choice. Captain's Choice, best known originally for their bay rum type products like Cat o' Nine Tails and regular bay rum. Cat o' Nine Tails brings the burns. If you like, splashing on aftershave, filling burn, Cat o' Nine Tails is what you want to get if you don't mind bay rum scent. It brings it, trust me. But if you want it to really burn, don't, after your shave, rinse it, but don't put witch hazel and so forth on. Just splash that Cat o' Nine Tails right on and you'll feel it. It takes a little bit, like 5-10 seconds, and then it like intense burn, and then it goes away. It's kind of nice, to tell you the truth. Anyway, check out Captain's Choice if you want to. I do. He's certainly one of the vendors that I would give a thumbs up to. Honesty, integrity, all that sort of stuff. Of course, as far as I know, but just based on my own dealings. So, Pascal razor, which we saw in the last video. Really like it. Bevel sort of type razor. Nice aggression to it. We're also using, by the way, for the soap Palmolive. And I realize things are way out of order here. But again, everybody else who does these kind of videos would just stop, clear their face, start over from square one. But that's not what you get here. You get to see the warts too. And so when I mess up and so forth, you get to see that as well. So hopefully that's what distinguishes my channel from some of the others. And that is not to say the others aren't great, because they are. It's a lot of, Mantic and Geo Fat Boy and Ruds and of course, Anthony Esposito. And there's a long line of people I could mention that do fantastic content of this sort that you could certainly go and watch. And of course, you got all the Shave Geek groups on Reddits and so forth and so on. So plenty of places to get the information. But here is the one place where you're not going to get boggled down in a bunch of vendor jargon. That's sort of the direction that I've gone is, I will tell you what I know and what I think. And if there's something very specific they give me, like blade gap, and I happen to have it, I'll give it to you. But I'm not just going to regurgitate vendor stuff. So that's what you're going to get here. Just genuine use and reaction. And I like this razor. For the price, and it's sold on Etsy, and I put the link in the last video. So in the comments, Pascal razor. And I like it. It's got some decent aggression to it. It is not super, super mild, but still smooth, which I really like. So, you know, thought I would use it again and show you folks who maybe didn't catch the first video. I do recommend you go back and watch it because I talk in more detail about it. But it is on a use basis, and again, not regurgitating marketing stuff. So, really like it. Feels really maneuverable and, you know, not cumbersome, which I like. And so I'm hoping more companies will sort of go this route of slimming things down, making them a little more maneuverable, less cumbersome. That's sort of what I really appreciate at this point. Sometimes you want just a heavy, you know, like a all stainless razor that, you know, feels like you're wielding a big broadsword or something. And sometimes you want something with a little finesse like this guy. And recently I like the more, you know, maneuverability and the finesse. But, you know, your mood sort of changes with the in preference. So it evolves or changes over time. And sometimes even from day to day. I don't use the same razor every day. So, you know, I sort of rotate through them. And one day I'll use a Merkur Progress and I'll use a, you know, Merkur 34C, and I just sort of go through them and just enjoy each one for its capabilities. At the end of the day, like I've been saying many times recently, you know, you just find what works best and go with it. And really, honestly, you don't have to be chasing perfection in the gear and so forth and listen to all the people that babble like me endlessly about shave geekery. Try it yourself. That's the best way to know, really. Try stuff yourself and see how you feel about it. Certainly do research and you know, definitely take other people's opinion into consideration. If you find that your preferences and theirs intersect, like if you watch a particular person on a video and like you find that your taste and theirs seems to intersect more than not, then you're probably going to be well served by that content. If they never intersect, then maybe not. Of course, I try to talk about other things too, which is kind of another thing. Like I'll introduce all sort of topics on my channel and during the shaves, which is just not shave geekery because it's just the way I want to do it. And again, it's sort of my way of doing things. And again, it's not peak shave geekery like some people like and expect, but it's my own thing. I do it my own way. And some would argue it's worse, and they like the first content, and some's like, yeah, I like, you know, it's a real guy, warts and all. And so I know one guy had made a comment, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but he mentioned that guy's probably a nice guy. He's trying to be, I can't remember the way he phrased it, but essentially he was saying, I look down after I say I'm CDB and you're not. And he was basically saying that's not a guy who's full of himself, but he's probably, you know, he's basically a nice guy. He's not what he's pretending to be. And I'm not really pretending to be anything. Like, I just say that because I like saying it, and that's all there is to it. And so I'm not really making an effort to be controversial or finger in your face sort of person. I do have, you know, I try to be considerate. I think generally I'm a nice person. Some might argue that I'm not, but I've done more good than harm. I haven't done everything perfect. I've made mistakes. I've, you know, needed help along the way and so on and so forth. But I'm doing the best I can. And so I hope you appreciate that. And I'm trying to be as transparent as I can through good and bad. And so that's what I'm giving you. And so you can read and psychoanalyze into it as you will. Many people do. And honestly, a lot of times I just don't pay attention. I'm not really interested in being psychoanalyzed by people on the internet. I'm just giving you information. And if you appreciate it, then I'm glad that you've been helped, I hope. And if you don't, you know, maybe you'll like the next one better. That's sort of my attitude. But, you know, getting into deep psychoanalysis about if I, you know, look a particular direction or say a particular thing and trying to figure out what's at work here, it is what it is, really. Yeah, I mean, I know that sounds cliche, for me to say it is what it is, but that really, that's all there is to it. There's nothing really else in play. And so I'm just giving you what I have to offer, and that's it. It's pretty simple. I'm just a normal, regular sort of guy. And so, you know, whether I'm a narcissist or who knows what, I mean, lots of labels have been put forward. I just try to show you the products, talk about whatever's on my mind at any given time, and leave it at that. And so now we will apply the Nor'easter, which again, menthol here, by the way, smells great. It smells like, to me, my opinion, and everything on this channel is my opinion, by the way. Drakkar, if you're familiar with the cologne, really nice in my estimation. Smells good. Let's slap some on. Feels good. Smells good. Yeah, smells fantastic, as a matter of fact. So please give Captain's Choice a shot if you want to. If you don't want to, your business. But it's here for you. Should you want it, does not put a penny in my pocket whether you buy it or not. I do like the individual who runs Captain's Choice. I will tell you that in the interest of full disclosure. I find him to be a genuine person. You know, he's reached out personally to me and sent a personal note. And just really, you know, he's one of the people that I have a lot of respect for, quite frankly. And I have respect for a number of people. He's certainly not the only one, but I do like sort of the way he does business and his sort of attitude, which is, you know, we're just a regular old wholesome type company just trying to get by. And I like that sort of a, maybe not the flashiest, but he puts in the effort. So check it out if you'd like. And of course, Pascal razor, which I hope I'm saying it right. I might even be calling it something it's not. I mean, there's no telling. I did not prepare. I just came in here today, shaved. I wanted to use this razor. I'm using it. You saw how it worked. I like it. I like it. That's all there is to it. It provides a good shave. It's got some decent, I would call it at least medium aggression. You know, low to medium aggression. By that, I mean, it's definitely in the medium scale. But, you know, you have entry medium, and then you have the far end of medium getting close to high aggressive. And I'd say it's, you know, sort of in the middle of medium even, as crazy as that sounds. And, of course, we use the Palmolive, which is just fine. Not spectacular, but it worked fine. I'm still using this West Coast shaving brush. And the reason why is it's like, I think it was on sale for like $12. I've been using this now, day in, day out for months. I just wanted to see how it will hold up. And I'm going to tell you, after some, you know, this thing is held up. I paid $12 for it. Get yourself one of these at the end of the period in which I use it. I'll let you know how it held up. And so far, it's held up beautifully. It works well. It's just great, in my opinion. West Coast Shaving Synthetic was on sale for around, it's probably under $20 in any event. So check that out if you want to. And again, thanks for watching, as always. You can look in the links below and check out my social media, mine's Twitter and so forth. You can follow me there. I tweet stuff from time to time. So if you're interested in those thoughts, please follow there. But until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You're not. God bless.